Hello, I figured I'd quickly check in. I'm in Lancaster today because I've got an appointment this afternoon, and I figured I would just have a walk next to the canal. It's really pretty and there's like little ducks right there, so that's super cute. I think after my appointment I'm planning to go to a cafe here in Lancaster that looks really cute, so fingers crossed I can find a table, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of crochet while I'm having a coffee, so come with me. Where you going? Bye. He has a lot to say. So I've just been in Northern Yarns, and the lady is so nice, and I got some things as well, so yee! I'll show it off once I get home what I actually got, and I'll give some more details about the things that she actually has in the shop, but see you later.
Bringing rain and the cops came again. We were staying up late despite the neighbors' complaints, playing records. We lit a fire out back. I got a bit high, so I passed out inside till the sun rise. Why do I know what this is for? You gotta let me in on the secrets whenever I lay down to sleep. I don't remember my dreams. Why am I so fucking bored? You gotta give me something to work with. Why can't I stay up on
Lancaster. Luckily the drive wasn't like too long or anything, so we didn't get stuck in traffic, which is great. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the wool shop, which is again called Northern Yarns. Her stock was great, so she had tons of like really nice quality wool that wasn't too expensive as well, which is great. But one thing that really caught my eye was she had a section that is basically which is basically British based wool. And because me and Ali, we do a lot of like reenactment stuff, I mentioned that to her, and then she talked about that she has an instructor that does workshops at her shop that is knorbending. I think that's how you say it, I might be wrong. But she has workshops on that, which is great, and it's something that I really want to get into, so that got me super excited. And I ended up getting the yarn that is used during that workshop so that I can have a little bit of a play by myself at home. So this one is called Fleece 100% British Wool by Jacob, and it's a DK sized yarn, which is lovely, and it's not too itchy as well. Like, you can tell it's wool, but it's not too itchy, so that's great. And then another thing I got is some laundry detergent for wool, and this one is great because you don't have to rinse it afterwards, and it also protects the wool, and it smells really nice. And we were talking in the shop because she had a couple of different smells, so she let me open them and smell them and see which ones I liked. But she did say that lavender and I think eucalyptus was the one that was really good if you want something against moths. So yeah, that's the one that I got. So I'll be using that once my cardigan is finished. I'll be using this. Right, so then the shop that had all the cute like porcelain and teacups and all that sort of stuff, she had like this like bowl filled of tiny, like there were tiny little Matchbox figurines that came with like a cute little message, and I really liked them, but I think if I would have bought it, it would have just ended up getting lost somewhere in this house. So I ended up getting a candle instead because she had tons of like different scents, so I figured I'm gonna go with a candle because everyone loves a good smelling candle. So I ended up going with red ginger tea, and it's a 100% soy wax with a cotton wick, which I'm very excited about. So I'm going to actually be lighting that tonight while I am doing some crochet, so looking forward to that. Then the cardigan itself, I made a fair amount of progress. I think on the sleeve I did about this much in the Café, which is nice. I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far. Sorry if you hear that, that's Freya. She's playing with her toy. But this cardigan, actually, this pattern is done by, let me double check. So the cardigan is by hazyrice. You can find her on Etsy, and it's actually called Spring Song Cardigan, and it has like this really lovely texture to it. So it has this repeating diamond square pattern, which is really nice, and the overall pattern is not too difficult to start with, especially if you're not super experienced. The only thing I would say is if you're not very good with maths, when you first read it over, it can be a little bit daunting, at least it was for me, because what you have to do is you have to measure yourself and sort of see how big you want the cardigan to be. So for example, I went with a cropped version, and then what you have to do is do test square of that diamond square section and figure out how big that is with the wool size that you've got and how much you have to repeat it in order to get the cardigan pattern. And then you do your two front panels, your back panel, and you sew it up on the sides and on the top, and then you basically do your sleeves working in the round with crochet. And that was the one bit I got a little stuck at, but the lady, she was super quick with replying, even though that she was like on a trip in Japan. So she replied really quickly. She basically explained, okay, this is actually what I meant with that, and I managed to get going, and now I'm about almost halfway. So I'm going to do some more crocheting tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pajamas on, get comfy, get a cup of tea, light my new candle, and then I'm just going to continue with my crochet, see how far I get, and I'll check in with you later. So wish me luck that it's going to be good. Right, I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm getting pretty tired and my hands are just not really in it. But I'm happy with the progress I've made. I tried it on as well just to see how much more I still have to do. So you've got that square diamond pattern that sort of repeats. I still have to do like I think 2 more blocks of that, and I think then I can call this sleeve done and do the edging and start on the other one. But I think that's something that I'm gonna do in the next video because I need to sleep and actually also finish my cinnamon bun that I bought from the cafe earlier. So I got that takeaway and it just looks amazing. So I got one for me and I got one for Ali. So I'm gonna just grab a glass of wine, relax a bit, let my hands cool down, and then I'll check in with you in the next video, for which I will finish this in, but also show the next project that I will be starting and all the wool that I got for that. So stay tuned and see you in the next one.